Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready. Ding, ding. Welcome, listeners. Julian's back in the house. Blow hard, talk hard. I miss you guys. I got Pat, the producer, here as my co-host today.
Great to see you, my friend.
Welcome, Pat.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks, yeah.
You look good.
I did a little excursion, we'll call it. You guys said I went to Cuba. No, I did not.
Okay, too bad. Oh, shoot.
Actually, I just did a little mini holiday to Montreal. You know, I didn't want to fly in a plane.
So you didn't bring us any cohibas?
Yeah, I don't smoke cigars. Cigars are terrible, very nasty.
They're really weird. I don't quite understand the allure of the cigar.
A lot of people smoke them, but I hate the smell. I hate the smell of weed. Weed, you bring it in front of me, I feel like puking.
That's interesting, because you do smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, but they're totally different.
That 100%.
But
I just watched The Insider, speaking of cigarettes. Remember that movie? Al Pacino with Russell Crowe about the whistleblowing of the
vaguely.
cigarette industry?
Yeah.
Michael Mann? Anyway.
Anyways, I just want to say I'm glad to be back. I got those numbers Reimer sent me from podcast, Apple Podcast on the top 30 days.
That was delightful. That's good.
You guys didn't mention this before, right?
No, it was exciting.
So this is a fun fact, people. On Apple Podcast, Blow Hard, Talk Hard is ranked in the top 10 sexuality category in Norway. What the fuck?
Bunch of pervs in Norway.
Norwegians. Shout out.
That's right.
Also, something about health and fitness in Ireland. We're ranked 160th.
Or somewhere, or the Netherlands. One of those, it was either Ireland or the Netherlands. But
Yeah. In Canada, we're only ranked, overall Canada, we're ranked 22. But in Toronto, I think it's number 1. But the bottom line is those numbers are all going to get crazy now because we got some good guests coming up. I went to a strip joint yesterday.
Now that is big news.
Yes. I went to the House of Lancaster, my buddies.
You sent me a picture. There wasn't a lot of...
It was at 12:30 and lunch.
Yeah, there was...
Nobody
there
was in
no
there.
nudity. You didn't send me a
me and
nude.
Johnny were sitting there just talking to the owners.
I was like, wait, where's the naked chicks?
Yeah. The owner comes up, Julian, how are you? You're looking young. I go, in my head, you're looking kind of old. But yeah, it goes at nighttime, it's more busier. But he goes, I'm looking for an assistant manager. You want to work? It was always a dream of mine to work in a strip club. I go, what does that entail? Oh, you got to work 6 days a week, from 7 till close, make sure everything's going good on the floor. I go, 6 days a week? Fuck that. I go, I'm in bed by 10.
Exactly. He came to you, he's 20 years too late, I think.
Yeah, in my 30s, it would have been a fucking different story. But yeah, we were there, I just made some, and Todd, he was the manager there.
Yeah.
He said he's going to come back on the show when he did like before, but this time he's going to say where he works. Because now he doesn't have to go hide behind the COVID bullshit.
We want to help these people out too. We want to know they're open for business and everything's happening.
Yes, and they are open for business. The House of Lancaster on Bloor Street, Bloor and Lansdowne, and he's going to bring a couple of girls too to talk. So that episode's going to be really good.
Yes.
And I talked to a friend of mine. Her name is Marissa. She's also a working SP girl in Toronto, but she does fetishes, sub, dom, etc. So she's going to come on the show, shoot the shit, freak you guys out because she's really sweet.
Yeah.
So you can't picture her doing this. It's weird.
We'll get her to tie Reimer up and slap him around a little bit.
Yeah, man. She's 4 feet tall. Like, how do you do it? But anyways, and pretty as fuck, and she beats the crap out of you.
Yeah.
Anyways, so...
so exciting times.
Yeah, it's going to be looking good. It's going to be looking good. COVID, I hope you people are all being cool, being safe, get vaccinated. That's my opinion. If you don't want to, you don't have to, obviously. But
it's been a beautiful summer. And I guess we could do one shout out. The Habs ended up performing very well. It was quite exciting. They didn't take it all the way, but...
Speak of the Habs, don't get me started. My friend Paul went to the games 1 and 2 in Tampa Bay.
Oh, lucky guy.
Well, what do you mean lucky guy? I waited 23 years to see Montreal again. But he went to Tampa, full stadium. Well, he's been to Super Bowl. He's one of those guys who loves sports more. He knows more about sports. You could ask him, who did they trade Doug Gilmour for? And he'll tell you who they traded him for, who they got, the draft pick, everything.
Gary Lehman.
And he's like me. He hates MMA because he doesn't consider that a sport.
Did you see there's a great shot of Spezza in one of the games? There's a Tampa Bay kid with his mom in Tampa Bay. He looks over. The kid just nods at him. He nods at the kid, goes down, and it's like the play has just stopped. Flips up, flips the puck over, throws the puck to the guy, makes the kid, who's a Tampa Bay fan, like his day. The kid starts going crazy, and he's just like, it was the coolest, like.
Who gives a fuck? Privileged hockey players.
Well, he was just being a good captain on the opposing team to make a kid's day.
That's
like
fine.
the way the kid gives him this nod, and then he's just like nods back, and it's like, and it's in the middle of the play.
Let me interrupt you. You know what the new T-shirt is in Tampa Bay? $18 million over cap. They, in the playoffs, were over $18 million.
Oh, okay.
In the regular season, the cap is in play.
Yeah.
In playoffs, it's not in play.
So they make late signings, or
No. Kucherov was off. He was injured. He makes $9 million a year. Then they benched Stamkos for the first game, who makes $9 million a year. They both came back for the playoffs. It's $18 million over the cap. It would have been before. But in the playoffs, no. So if Montreal has $18 million in the playoffs, you put Connor McDavid out, or we get two other players.
Well, you have a couple of $9 million assets, or
it's kind of bullshit that way.
Yeah, again, that's the business of sports.
And we should have won game 2. And if we win game 2 with that fucking 0.3 second goal in, it's a different ballgame. But no disrespect to Tampa, they bust us up.
No, they were again, but it was great to see the Habs go.
They went well, but it was kind of. I'd rather they, in a way, not have made it that far because they took a good beatdown.
Yeah, but they got a young team too, so they.
Well, hockey's over. Fuck it.
Baseball's coming back. The Jays
Baseball's coming back. 15,000 max. Open stadium. Closed stadium. 5,000. 100%.
But they say that they're going to be able to keep the roof open all the time.
Every day is 30 degrees.
But also they have it set up in a way, even if it's raining, they can keep it open now.
Keep it open, for fuck's sakes. Put 15,000, put 30,000.
Well, you're dressed to go to a game right now, I have to say. He's fully...
MLB hat. This hat was $60 online. It's red with the logo.
The full red regalia of the Jays, like...
Canada Day.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll go to a game because...
anytime. I love baseball.
And they got a nice little young team that's exciting to watch. So.
Fucking right. They're going to be good, but I just want more than 15,000 fans. But
it's a start, though.
We'll get in there. Baseball's back. CFL starts. Who cares? Might as well fold.
Sorry.
Yeah, like, who really gives a fuck? Otherwise, let's...
Okay, so that's sports talk with Pat and Julian.
Well, that's just not really... Yeah, it's an update on the sports, where I was, what I did. I went to the strip club yesterday. It was empty, but they're going to come on. He goes, at nighttime, there's a lot of girls there. They have the distancing between 2 meters or so. I go, well, let me get this straight. You sit there, I sit here, and I give her $20 a dance? He goes, that's the deal.
It's not a lap dance.
I go, wow. But then after he gave me I don't know. But,
I hear what you're saying.
I was going to drive all the way to Mississauga last night to the locomotion.
Oh.
Because I called. The guy goes, I go, what's going on over there? He goes, what do you think's going on? I'm like, oh, here we go again. Another fucking hot dog. He goes, yeah, we're open. I go, okay, see you later. But then it got too late, so I didn't go. I wanted to talk about it on the show today. I did go to a pub just down the street from my house that used to be, it was pretty nice. The problem is when the waitresses wear the masks.
Yeah, it's a little it's the logic sort of doesn't make sense if you can be there and they are, and it's like, again, there's a lot that lack.
Well, I can sit down and not wear it, but see, the one girl, she called as soon as I walked in. She goes, "Oh," after I sat down, she goes, "I know you," because she used to work at the bar before.
Yeah.
But then another guy bought it. He fixed it up, and I go, "Oh, how are you?" I forgot her name. It's been 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah. Oh, you look nice." I go, "Blah blah blah." She goes, "Yeah, I work here now." I go, "Okay, cool." So it looks like it's reality's coming back, which makes me happy.
Yeah, very much. I think it's good to see.
It's good to see. You know, getting back to the bar stories, because I've been sitting around a lot lately. The owner of the Thirsty Fox pub in South Eglinton, where I hang out.
Yes.
His name is Johnny Love. He nicknamed himself Johnny Love.
He gave himself that nickname?
Yeah. Don't know fucking why. When you name yourself something, it's not good.
Is he like? And I've met him, and I would not say he does not give off the vibe of like. He's a nice guy, but I wouldn't say like this guy's.
Well, he's 50 years old. He's married. What do you expect him to do? His name's been with him since he was like 25 years ago. But remember, he started talking about when we were younger, like because I know the guy for 50 years. He goes, remember we used to be in high school and run home and watch those shows and jerk off. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, like remember that the fucking what was he goes those first choice channels, Super Chan. I go, yeah, I remember that shit. And then he goes, Benny Hill. Remember Benny Hill?
I do recall. Benny Hill is still. I would like to revisit it, but it is a wacky British comedy.
British comedy, but it was always like, and the broads were always like half naked and.
He loved it was sort of like
it was a titillation show.
Yeah, TNA and Goofy, and he was like a nerd. Like he was not a handsome.
No,
man.
he was an older man. But the thing is, when we were 15 years old, that was great. But again, in England, they were topless all the time, right?
Yeah, it was a very good source of mainstream nudity that you could find, which did not exist for us over here in North America, especially.
And that's why it was one of our favorite shows. But also that Benny Hill, like when we were talking about it, then we started getting really crazy. And he was talking about the Price is Right. Remember that girl Diane back in the day? Bob Barker got charged for getting blowjobs from her.
I don't remember. I just remember Barker's Beauties. I can't.
Barker's Beauties, but she charged him. Diane, she had the big boobs.
Like she filed charges.
Yeah, because every episode he would make her give him a blowjob.
Well, yeah, that seems like Hollywood in a nutshell. It's one of those.
Yeah, that's why. But it was just funny. But she was pretty hot. And I remember we used to, come on down. Then used to have the fucking showcase and she used to always wear the bathing suit. And we would wait for that part and all jerk off at that.
If they were giving away a boat or any sort of
She'd always
tropical
wear it,
destination like vacation. You know, I have a friend that was on Price is Right.
Oh, really?
He never got he got down to Bidders Row, but he never got out. But he did get called, come on down.
Oh, wow.
My friend Mike. It was this, and he's such a personable guy. He was pretty funny, Bob. He said Bob was very jovial.
What do you recall those like favorite shows? Like we went through a list, 20-minute workout. Remember the 20-minute workout?
Yes.
4 more, 3 more.
Yes, and any sort of fitness show, the 20-minute, that was
the ones where the brothers would always bend over there, the hot ones with the curly hair.
Yeah, you're waiting until they do sort of the
bent overs,
with a wide split leg.
But again, baby blue movies.
Well, any sort of like, again, it was that whole idea, and it's one of those, we hate to be that like remember back in the day, but there was a period.
Not remember back in the day. There's a lot of guys at our age who are listening and say, I remember that.
Yeah,
stuff.
well, there was a period in time.
Sure, the 20-year-olds are like, what are these guys talking? We're basically talking about these shows when you guys are spoiled today. You have the internet, you can see whatever you want. When we were growing up, we had to wait for certain nights to catch any kind of boobs on TV.
Yeah, there was no, like, access to nudity was policed. Like, you could not.
There wasn't any nudity.
Like, you go to a video store, the porno section was behind a curtain in the back that you were not allowed to go in.
And if you went back there, you felt like you were robbing a bank.
But if you were under 18, you couldn't go back. Yeah. They would tell you, and so you had to, like, I remember when we had Super Channel in the 80s, early 80s, the movie channel here in Canada. And the monthly guide would come to tell you what was on, and it would tell you like the rating. You'd read like, and I would go right to like what rated R. Oh, if it had brief nudity, I would schedule like regardless of whatever.
Schedule a jerk off,
or just to check it like. But and then so I end up watching all these weird movies over that's probably why I got into cinema, because like I'm looking for the nudity, but all of a sudden I end up watching some Polanski
you like
films.
cinema because you wanted to jerk off back in the 80s.
And then I secretly end up watching these sort of adult films.
What about the first choice channel that was scrambled and we couldn't see it? He goes to me and I'm laughing when he's telling me this.
Oh yeah.
Remember you were trying to find the part, he goes, when it's all scrambled and you were trying to see like something and you're like, come on, give me a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it was the Playboy channel was there and you were like,
it would blink in.
Here and there,
you'd see like a blue squirrely boob.
Funny.
But you could use that.
It worked back then.
Totally
That's what he was saying. And the way he was saying it, I was laughing. Then he goes, what about the baby blue movies?
Oh, yeah. Or even baby blue, I'm not...
They're on Friday night, Saturday night. City TV used to have them. They weren't the best, but they used to show like frontal nudity.
Sort of soft core.
Pretty soft core. And then on the weekend, Italian channel had the Italian movie.
Yeah, well, the Europeans always, because like when I was living in Quebec, they have the similar thing. Like
Quebec was very more modern.
It's like that European sensibility. But yeah, the Italians, it would just be like a soap opera, but then there would be like...
those are the movies. And I remember watching this one guy, this girl had a big tits, and the Italian guy was like slapping her tits. Uno due, uno due, uno. And it was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
It's a sort of Italian Benny Hill-esque.
Yeah, it was funny.
Well, yeah, the quest for nudity was always a funny thing because, like, or else finding a porno mag in the alley or something like that. And that
Yeah,
would
but
become
those TVs
legendary.
they would make us like literally go inside, wait for that stuff to come on because, like you said, where else are you gonna get it?
Taught you patience, I guess. Maybe because there's no patience now because it's instantaneous
Yeah,
gratification.
you can't compare. These kids today got everything going. But we back then when we were there, we had to fucking hunt for everything.
But then I think it goes back to saying, maybe the young guys smoking weed, playing video games. It's like, if you really wanted it, you had to go out and meet a girl because
Buddy,
then you could get actual boobs.
I just went and got a pedicure and a manicure next door. We're gonna put it on the commercial, the doll room. It's owned by my buddy's niece.
Yeah.
It's over here on Eglinton beside the bar. The girls in the place that work there are all 10 out of 10. Like another girl came in, I'm like, holy fuck, just hanging out of there. But they like me because I'm whatever. Because whatever,
Yeah,
I talk to them.
because you're a friendly dude.
Plus they know me, and but you go in there, like it's like they're half naked. They're all wearing these tank tops and fucking track pants.
You get the full massage on the foot too.
They don't do it. Oh yeah, for the pedicure, yeah. I thought you said they don't give massages there.
No.
Remember also back in the day
happy
with the
ending pedicure.
no,
would be
no,
pretty
no, no,
funny.
no. Remember the Sunshine Girl used to be beautiful in Toronto? Why were there Sunshine Girls in Toronto back then,
Well,
as opposed to now?
or like, because there's always been like Sun Media's been like, so whether it be the Calgary Sun, right? But yeah, no, they were more attractive.
Why?
I don't know what the standards went down, or if it's just the.
Of course it did, because exposure. That's the only way they could have got exposure.
There was
was
a
no
better
social
talent
media.
pool, I guess, for want of a better term.
There was a lineup to be a Sunshine Girl, because if you made it as a Sunshine Girl, you got discovered in a sense. Today, all these other girls have social media. They don't need it.
Well, yeah, I think
They got 5 million followers.
because I think like even back in again, it goes back even to like when like strip bars were more prevalent and more of like an actual like venue for you to go see
In the 80s and 90s.
like a naked chick.
Yes.
But like so you have because for sure that like top performers and top earners in that industry had agents and managers like
For sure,
and
sure.
so they would be like positioning them too like listen. She dances Saturday night at X Club.
Yeah.
We get her on this. We get you your Sunshine Girls. You're
yeah.
on Wednesday or Friday,
Yeah.
like whatever premium choice. Like it was part of the whole infrastructure.
It was.
Where now it's like
they had bikini competitions at the CNE, all that stuff.
or at a NASCAR race or whatever it
Yeah.
was. Like Indy comes to town and you have like, and it's like we got you on stage and you're doing this. You're doing
And
in X
not only
bikini.
that, even Hooters bars back then. There was about 6 of them in Toronto, and every girl that worked there was like pretty much a 9 out of 10. Now there's 2 Hooters left, one at airport and one downtown. I'm not gonna mock Hooters, but the best looking girl is 6. Sorry, Hooters.
No, it's
I'm just
not,
calling it the
and
way
they're
it
not
is.
necessarily
Because the hot looking girls don't need to work there to get exposure, is again the point.
No, well, exactly. The whole industry, like, yeah, is you could just be an attractive woman and you could go work in the lobby bar at the Shangri-La Hotel and
Now,
make $1 gajillion.
That's the reason, or a club and make 5. But back then, to get noticed, Hooters was always popular. Wear the little shorts up your ass, and some guy walks in, they can see you become a Sunshine Girl, whatever. But today, you're right. Go to the Shangri-La, you're making $5 just serving.
And the clientele there are it's a billionaire that might discover you or whatever. And the next thing
they're dressed sexually like the keg. They dress tight, sexy, classy though.
yeah. We were just talking to them about the keg the other day.
Yeah, we're due.
For a good steak.
Yeah.
We have to go out for a steak.
I don't like to go until 2 weeks. I want to see when everything's
Yeah,
settles down.
like middle of August. We'll go out and have a nice steak.
Middle of August. On that note, let's take a little break. Ding, ding. We'll be back, folks. Julian here from Blowhard Talk Hard. Listeners, just got a pedicure, manicure at the Doll Room. It's a one-stop beauty shop. Guys, yeah, we're welcome there. They even do waxing on your back. Location, 1034 Eglinton Avenue West. Telephone number is 416-787-4387. Their website is buythedollroom.com. I go there. The owner's name is Sam. You guys got to go there too. They'll wax your back, whatever you like.
I'm just going to interject, producer Pat here. I'm just looking at Julian's feet. He's wearing sandals. They look amazing.
Fucking right they do, man. Fucking right.
He's got some top shelf feet going on right now.
Anyways, great place. Make sure you stop by to say hello. Ding, ding. Welcome back, listeners. Julian in the house.
Producer Pat here. Car
Reimer's-
difficulty. Yeah.
Reimer's got car difficulty. I think you have to have a car to have difficulty.
Well, admittedly, when he told me, it's one of those things, and this is a good actually segue because first off, like when you take your car to the mechanic,
$500 automatic.
and it's one of the worst things, and you always know
We have a
that-
joke. We have a joke amongst ourselves. $500 guaranteed. Even if you go for an oil change, they fucking $500.
And you take it there for like, oh, it's making this sound. They're like, oh, that's making the sound, but I found a bunch of other things.
But that's why you go to you only go to a mechanic that you know, because you don't go to Canadian Tire.
No, never.
Where an idiot goes. You go to a personal guy that you know that will not rip you off. You don't go to a jewelry store where you don't know the guy. And this is beautiful gold, and he sells you fucking crap.
Yeah, iron pyrite.
Electrician, all those kind of tradespeople, you got to know them, or they will rip you off a little bit.
Well, he does say his mechanic is great, and both him and another friend of mine use. I wish I knew his name because I would shut him up because he's a great Hamilton mechanic. But what it always reminds me of is the same thing as when you go to the dentist. You open your mouth once they get it, and you just have to trust what they say. It's like, you got 7.
No, not me. I fucking went to the guy for a cleaning. He goes, oh, your back molar looks like, one day you might have to. I go, listen, dentist, shut the fuck up.
Good for you.
When my teeth are falling out of my mouth, I'll come back here and you can fix them. And he was like, oh, you have an attitude.
Yeah, good.
I go, yeah. This piece of real fucking shit pissed me off. I'll make this quick. It's like a bit of a rant. When I used to work a long time ago, I used to be covered, full insurance. I used to get they used to pay them directly, so I used to get the receipt. This guy used to charge for fucking x-rays, this, $800. I went for a cleaning.
Yeah.
Every time he used to rape the insurance. So
they know when you're fully covered. That's when they know they have a pigeon. That's why they bring you back every 2 hours.
But listen to this. I lost my job after because I got too big for my own. And I went to the dentist for a cleaning, and he goes, it's $180. I go, Doc, remember the time I used to see those insurance papers, used to juice them hard and everything? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I go, anyways, I'll give you $100. He goes, what do you mean? That's the price. I go, you used to rip the fucking insurance off. I should call them and report you. You told them I did x-rays and this and that. You fucking did studies up my ass. Shut the fuck up, you fucking criminal. Anyways, the guy was like, he didn't take me, kicked me out of the office.
Didn't charge you still?
I didn't do the cleaning because I wanted to get $100. He wanted to charge me $180.
Yeah, because
you raped the insurance for 10 years off us.
Dentists are, again, if you have a good dentist, it's like a good mechanic, that's great, but like they're one of the craziest scams, like, because...
He's not a good dentist because he takes all your fucking money. When he sees the insurance company, he gets excited.
Oh,
he's coming in his pants.
I had the same, when I was a kid, my mom was a teacher, so I had full coverage growing up because she had a great family health plan. And I remember when I was going into university, I was turning 18, so I would have been coming off her plan.
Yeah.
So I just go in for a standard, just to
get one more cleaning out of it.
And he's like, okay, we'll just have to book you in for 2 more days. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, you have gum disease starting.
Yeah, and he gave me like 11 fillings or whatever. And I'm like, there's no way that I had no, like...
You let him do it?
Well, I was only a teenager.
My buddy took out a back molar. He was just telling me yesterday because we were talking about it, a dentist, and he goes, he goes, hey, listen, John, I'll call him. You got to put a fake tooth in, an implant. He goes, it's $5,000. He goes,
yeah,
it's my back tooth. It's one. He's only missing out. His teeth are beautiful. They're all white. He goes, but because he knows he has money.
Yeah.
But he pays cash.
Because I think it's $90 to have an extraction.
But for an implant, it's $5,000.
No, exactly, the difference.
And he goes, it was if it was my front tooth, I would be there right this second, and I go, so would I. $5,000. Yeah. But anyways, remember we were talking about the whitening of the teeth?
Well, that's why I wanted to bring this up, because that was one of the last episodes.
And I did try it, but I tried it with coffee.
Okay, you did the coffee one, the instant coffee one.
Yes. The fucked up thing is, so I mixed all the ingredients. I forget what they were.
It was lemon juice, olive oil, toothpaste, and instant coffee.
Yeah, and you have to grind it all up. So you got this big pile of mud, like a pudding cup.
Yeah, like sick pudding.
So I fucking take it. I start brushing my teeth. Now my teeth are fucking smothered. My mouth looks like I have shit in it.
Question 1. Taste. What did it taste like?
It tasted like coffee, the grinds. But the thing is just that my toothbrush was all black.
Seriously.
Like, because it was water, now it's all dripping black. My lips and my fucking mouth are all coffee, like litter, like it's like somebody shit in my mouth. And I'm scrubbing. And then, I start to find the rinse. I go, okay, this is enough. And I look out. I look at them. I guess they're kind of white, but my teeth are already white. So
you have a pretty, white teeth. But
are they white now?
I don't know. I guess we didn't. We should have took a before and after picture.
Nah, they didn't work, man. Maybe I'm going to try it again with the garlic.
I think
because the coffee. It's just fucking repulsive.
Seems to me coffee stains your teeth. I'm a guy who drinks a lot of coffee.
Well, that's the thing. Coffee does stain your teeth. So does wine. So why would you like these coffee grounds? I don't know. Anyways, it was I don't know why I chose the coffee, but it made my mouth look like shit. It was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
like,
if anyone had come in and found you, it's like, Peter, what happened? Did you just accidentally like defecate into your mouth?
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. You know.
Okay. So anyway, listeners, the coffee ground.
Don't use that one.
Yeah, dumb.
I'm gonna use the. I'll try the other one.
I suspect
the garlic cloves.
Well, garlic's just good for you.
You know what's this saying? Say, don't burn your bridges. But what is the exact saying? Don't burn your bridges or burn your bridges?
No, you don't want to like.
No, the original saying, if you Wikipedia it, is burn bridges, meaning we came from the deterrent of the. I won't pretend I know big words. It came from World War II. Burn all the bridges down so the Allies can't cross.
Well, yeah, you want to be able to like stop mobility.
Yes, but now we're used to saying don't burn bridges
Well,
because you want, like, if I burn a bridge with you, then you'll never talk to me. In a year, I might need you for something.
We're gonna sitting on the opposite sides of the river,
And you won't.
yelling at each other.
Okay, but see, if you ever watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine,
I really like that show.
there's the Ferengi in the restaurant, Quark.
Yes.
And they have the rules of acquisitions. So his brother plays a little bit of the dumb guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he says something. It was a little party, and his brother goes, brother, I don't know why. And Quark goes, listen, what's rule number 74? His brother's like, I don't know. Always burn your bridges. And I was half asleep, and I started laughing because the day before something happened, and we were saying we don't want to burn bridges with this guy. And then after I told Johnny, I go, you know what? Fuck it.
You burn
the bridge
blew the bridge
down.
up. Yeah, you blow it up.
And you know what? After that, I go, who says you can't burn? Because if I burn that bridge, I'll never have to see your fucking face again.
Yeah.
And that's my fucking thing. And that's what we did, and it worked out better. This don't burn your bridge down shit shows weakness.
Well, occasionally you want to blow the bridge up. Like
You have to blow the bridge up because people will think you're stupid and weak after.
That was the whole in Saving Private Ryan. They had to blow up that bridge.
Yeah, but that's where it came from. Don't burn the bridge.
Well,
Burn the
in war
bridges.
they're always in war you either wanted to do your best to save the bridge or blow the bridge up.
Yeah, but in our world, don't burn bridges because it's going to come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
No, the Ferengi Alliance says burn your bridges, get people out of your life, fuck them if they're fucking stupid.
So really, if I was a Ferengi, I would be like, don't burn the bridge, sell the bridge.
What does that mean?
Well, they're all in business, so like, or put a toll booth on either side of the bridge because then you're making money.
You know what? Get rid of the people. Anyways, I think that's it for today, listeners. Be safe, be happy. Julian and his co-host,
Producer Pat.
we are out. We will be back next week. Be safe. Shows are going to be coming by a bunch.
Yes, the world is opening up and we're having a great time, and it's
The numbers are there, guys. We're number fucking 20 in Denmark, the sexual category. A lot of perverts in that.
Norway.
Norway.
the Norge.
Thank you, Norwegians, for being blowhard fans. Everybody else, pay attention. They know what they're doing. All right, we're out, listeners. Have a good one.
Take it easy.